github.com. Then there will be a prompt because I'm already logged in, so I can't see the create account screen. So eventually you go to github.com, there will be a prompt that shows you to create an account or log in. So you just choose to create an account if you don't have, or else you can log in because we will use it all along the way. I'll give you like around, I think 4 minutes should be fine. Actually, it's more than enough. Yeah. So you need a GitHub account and so download VS Code. Pretty easy instruction, I guess. Yeah. Okay, I will give you a couple minutes for the one that wanted to follow along. Okay, maybe I will ask again. Are all of you ready around 2:23? Okay, so 2 minutes buffer. Yeah, maybe the committees can help the participants that doesn't have all of these prerequisites, because I saw some of them wanted to follow along. So okay, while we are setting up the stuff that you guys need, I will just show you a running example. So this is what we are going to build today. Eventually, this is written in code, and what is good about it is when you wanted to print the resume, because the thing is, once it's written in code, you can share the link, and another thing is you can download it into PDF immediately, which is pretty easy. Yeah. So this is what we are going to build today. Okay. Okay, 1 more minute. All right. Is everything okay? Okay. The one up there already have this ready? No? Yes? No? What does it mean when you raise your hand? You mean not yet or already? Okay, all right. Then I think we can start because I don't have much time, right? So if you wanted to connect me, these are my socials. Okay. Anyways, we'll start now. All right. So open your VS Code. You should see something like a new window, something like this. Okay. Then what I want you to do is that you can open a folder. Just create a folder anywhere that you wanted your code to be. Okay. So VS Code should look like this. You click on open folder. You can create a new folder for you to store the new codes, or else you can click any folder that you want your code to be in. Okay. All right. Right. After you open it, you wouldn't see any file in it if you are using a new folder. If you are using an existing one, you might have files, but eventually, yeah, you will see something like this. But if you don't have files, there will be empty here. So what I wanted you all to do is that you can see here, there's a create file icon here, the new file. Just click on it. Okay. Click on it, type index.html. Which indicates our HTML code. Yeah, I already have one, so I can't create it again. Yeah, it's empty. So once you type it and you enter, you will have an index.html. And another file that I wanted you all to have it is the star.css. Okay, so the same steps, click on this, type star.css. Then just click on enter. Okay. Okay, for the one that already have it ready, before we start development, because what I wanted you all to have now is that I wanted you all to have a live server that you can eventually run your code while you are coding. So you can see here, I actually have some extensions down there. I wanted you all to download a live server. So how do we do that? You click on the extension here, which is comprised of blocks. Okay, this one. Then search for live server. Live server, yeah, this one. The one with, I think 39 million downloads. Okay, just install this. Okay, so far anyone can cope with the speed? If you need help, just raise hand. Okay, okay. Okay, just download this. Then after you download it, you might need to reload or you doesn't need, because I'm not sure. It's been a long I download this extension. So now go back to your code. Just make sure that your index.html and star.css is open. Okay. And what I want you to do is click on your index.html, go live. So what this will do is that he will start a live server. Yeah. And you will see empty because you don't have any code yet. Okay, there you go. Right. Anyone have any problems when you are starting the live server? So the step is click on your index.html and there will be a go live button down here. Then click on the go live. He will prompt out the page for you. Okay. Anyone need help, just raise your hand because we have committees. Although they want to follow along as well, but ask them to work. Yeah. Okay. All right. So in your index.html, now we will start coding it out. Everyone just try to type DOC because eventually if you have VS Code, there's some extensions that come with default that you can use, which is like this. So once I type DOC, you can see there's something that pop up, but I'm not sure on your side is it popping up? Once you type DOC in index.html. Oh, it's not. Anyone can give me a confirmation. Is it popping up? Okay. So just press enter. It will generate the template HTML code, which will look like this. Okay. Okay, I will just close this file extension. Yeah. Okay. So okay, I will walk you through about what is the stuff that is defaultly being configured for you. So as a HTML code, there will be a opening tag and a closing tag, which HTML indicates this whole thing inside of this, okay, is a HTML, okay? And you can see here there's a head, okay? What is head is that head normally stores the metadata of your page. What metadata is like let's say your page title, your page icon, and also some configuration stuff, like for example, when you share a link, right? There's some pop up on the image, on the title. You can actually have it in your head, but today I won't go detail on that because it's slightly intermediate for people who just start coding. So that's the idea of the head we'll have. So that's why I use the phenomenon of a human, because human has, you know, head and body. So head is like your brain, right? You have all the metadata, like you know how old are you, you know how to understand language of these things. So yeah, basically you have head, and body is the content of it. Okay, body, let's say yeah, let's just start code it up. So in the body, I wanted everyone to type main, okay, main. So now what we are doing here is that we are actually creating HTML text that will indicate our content. Okay, so main is like a main section. Because eventually you are doing a resume, right? You have the main section that indicates that hey, everything that is important to my content is here, right? So once you enter, you type the main. Once you enter, it will generate an open tag and a closing tag. This is how HTML works. Okay, right. Okay, after we have this, you can save, but you can see there will be no changes as of now. Oh wait, there will be changes that will indicate this one. You can see your title, your page title has already changed because due to the fact that when it generates the default code, he has a title for you. So the first thing we will change here is that just change the title to maybe your name, or you want to put your name's resume just to indicate that this page is yours, right? Because you don't want when people browse to your page, there's no title that indicates what is this page about. Okay. So I just put my name and resume. Okay. Right. All right. So in the main section, okay, now after you change your title, you save it, you will see the changes. Okay. Because the live server is running already. It will auto refresh once you save your file. Okay. Okay. What I want you to do is in the main, let's put a header because eventually for the view here, I will indicate that this whole thing is my main, and the upper side, which is this side, I'll indicate this as my header of my page, right? So to do that, there's something called header tag in HTML. So you just type header and enter. So you have your header ready. Okay. And now I want you to type something in your header after you have this. Okay. So inside of your body, you have a main. Inside of your main, so far you have a header. All right. Okay. Then now we are going to do let's do a H1. So once you type H, right, you can see he kind of recommend you H1, H2, H3, H4. Everything of this is like, what is your heading? H is heading. So heading 1 meaning that this is my main title. Heading 1, heading 2. It's just like you are doing your Microsoft Words. You can choose heading 1, heading 2, but this is in HTML. So yeah, let's go with H1 because your name is your title eventually. So what I want you to do, just type your name inside of your H1. Okay. Okay. Now once you save it, you can see something appear there, right? So this is basically how HTML works. You are building the structure, but there is no styling because according to what we have here, you can see it's in the middle and this is in the left side because by default, everything that you code in HTML, they will have a default value to everything. Like let's say on the text align indicates like where do you want to put. Like for this case, there's a CSS that indicate that this is text align center, but by default it will be text align left. So now the problem is how do we connect our HTML and the CSS that we are going to code? It's pretty easy in HTML CSS. So how do we do? Before your title and after the meta that it generated, okay, I want you to enter and type link and what's that called? Two dots. Yeah, link 2 dots, and you can see that's a CSS, right? Just enter on the CSS. Then you can get this. Okay. All right. So now, eventually your CSS file is already connected. So what is generated here is saying that, hey, this HTML, I want you to link to a star sheet file, okay, that is called star.css. So which is what we already built just now. So let's see some magic now. Okay, we go to our star.css. I'm going to show you some example on how do you code in CSS. Is like okay, for example, now we are going to apply our design to our body tag. Okay, so how do we do that? Is that you can just type on body, and yeah, I think you can enter. Oh yeah, it wouldn't generate it. All right, so you type on body. Then how CSS works is that after the target, then you need to put curly brackets that indicates what do you want to apply to the target in front. Okay, let me show you an example, right? Now I want everything to be in the center. Just an example, okay? So I type text align, which is what I explained just now, and I type center. Okay, so now I save it. You see? Everything went to the center because my CSS and my HTML is already linked. And what I tell my CSS is that find for body, which is my body tag here. I want everything inside to be aligned to center. So now my name is eventually in the center. Okay. All right. And the next things, let's fill up the HTML first so it's easier for us to get along the way. I'm not sure is the time available for us to make it until the deployment, but let's try lah, okay? Because I don't want to rush or else you can't follow along as well. At least I want you to understand what is going on, okay? Okay, so I want you to put a p tag, okay? P tag is meaning paragraph, okay? Normally when it comes to, we wanted to put some text, normally we will just go with P if we don't know what is it about. Like for example, title, we know we want to put H. But when it comes to the point that, hey, we just want to put some text on it, right? There's some text called, I think there's a HTML called notes and also some other one because there's a lot of tagging. Just that when you don't have a like very good idea on what is the text that you are going to type, you just put P. Yeah, that's the, I would say that's the rule of it. Okay. And I'm not sure who is the one that built the rules. Yeah. Okay. So here I wanted you to put your position that you want you to be in, because eventually we are building resume. Normally the position down there, we don't put student. We put the position that you want to be. Let's say you are interested in software engineer. I wanted to put me as software engineer. I want to apply for data analyst. So we put data analyst. That's how we work with it. Okay. So yeah, let's go with it. Yeah. And now you can see I have a name and a position. Yeah. Because I kind of want to push to the deployment of it. So what I will do now is that I will kind of neglect the CSS to be the same first. So we have at least we have the bridge structure that we can actually push to deployment, that you can share the link. Okay. So after I have this, right, you can see there's a line here. It's pretty easy. We don't need to change, because normally how we put all of these lines is that we can actually change the CSS styling, because there's a styling in CSS called border. Border is like, you know, when you have a picture, you have a frame. Border is the frame outside. So that's one of the ways to do this. But the way that we are going for this is a more easier way, which you can put a horizontal line called HR. Horizontal. Okay. Put up and then put down. Okay. Up and down of your position. Where you can see. Yeah, there you go. Okay. All right. So after that, okay, what I'm going to do is that we have the content down there. where I think that this is more like it's more like an article, right? It's more like an article, but instead of the article, I have different sections. So these are about sections, these are word experience sections. So, okay, under your header, okay, after the whole thing of your header, okay, before that, I think it's good to have some code comments, which normally code file have it, because when it comes to the point that you wanted to come back to this file, you might not know what is the section that you have in your code that you need to understand it again. So the easiest way is that you have a comment. So here, let's put this is my resume title, okay? And then after your header, we put, oh, okay. The shortcuts is, if you're using Windows, Control/ to create a comment, which applies to all of the languages that you are coding in VS Code. You just put Control/, it will help you to generate the markups. Okay, so the same thing. If you are using Mac, Command/, I don't think anyone is using Mac here. Yeah, I think so. Oh, you're using Mac? Okay, Command/. Okay. Okay, and then after the title, here we have my resume content. Okay, so it's just a comment, so you won't see it appearing on your page because it's comment. Okay, and then after the title, let's do our content. As what I said just now, it's an article, right? So you just put type article, just tap the same way. You have a closing and opening tag called article after your header. Okay. All right. Right. Next. Okay. After we have this, we are going to do left side and the right side, as you can see here. So what we will do here is that we will put some division on our article. So for division is, I would say division is more like a container. So you can understand as so. So how do we do division in HTML is that div, div, you just enter, it will create 1, and I want 2. So that's a quick tricks to duplicate the code is, I kind of forget for Windows because it's been a while I didn't use Windows, but I think is Control Shift up and down. You can try. If it's not, you tell me. Yeah. Okay. Is it? Is it duplicating another one? No? What do you have on Windows? Let me see your keyboard. Okay. Let me try Control Alt. No. Control Alt is creating another one. Okay. Shift Alt. Yeah, it's Shift Alt. Shift Alt up and down to duplicate. And for Mac, let me try it. So, okay, I think it's Control Option up down. No. Control Command up down. Option Command. No. Option Command is creating one more. Yeah. Shift Option. Shift Option for Mac. Shift Option up down. For Windows is what's that again? Shift alternate. Yeah, Shift alternate up down to duplicate one more. Now you might not see the efficiency of using all of this because it's just a small code, right? But it will be very efficient when you are going for like a speed run and stuff. Okay, so okay, after we have this, so now you have 2 division, and we are going to apply because all right, let's just do the sections in all of the divisions. Okay, so we have a contact section. So as I mentioned, section is definitely section, right? Section, and inside of a section, okay, what do we have? We have a title and we have a content inside. So let me just put a H2 title because it's definitely a heading that is that is smaller than our top heading, because the main title is your name, definitely. So this small section is definitely H2 or onwards, like H3, H4, according to what you need. Okay, so inside of a section, put a H2 and type contact. Okay, and then after your H2, let's just simply put a P tag first. Okay, put a P tag with some random stuff inside. Okay. Okay. So with the same thing, I want you to do the same trick as well, like just now. So shift alternate for Windows, shift option for Mac. So once you highlighted the place that you wanted to duplicate, you can just immediately, there you go. Right, it's fast. Okay. These are all of the stuff that lecturers don't teach you because they don't care, right? Because it's very important for productivity when it comes to development. So, okay, as you can see, my left side, I have 3 sections, right? Let's just duplicate 3. Okay. And on my right side, I have 2 eventually. So I just take 2 and I duplicate 2. And now I wanted to do another trick. I wanted to move the selected place. Okay, let me just say first, okay? Now everything is in my left div. If you like kind of understand what the code is doing, you have 2 div. One div is for the left side, one div is at the right side. So now all of my code is in the left div. I wanted to move 2 of the section out of it. So that's of course you can copy and paste, you can cut and paste, but that's a more easier trick. I'm not sure what is the one on Windows, but I will show the one on Mac first. Supposingly is option up down. So if I go option down for 2 times, it will move it down. Is it working? Okay. For Windows, do you want to try ALT down? Or shift? Yeah, ALT down only. Yeah, it's ALT. ALT up down to move it down. Of course it's down if you are moving down. So it's ALT. Just press on ALT, then you can move. Okay. So now when I save it, it looks the same, but the code tells me it's different. Now I already have a left section here and a right section here. Okay. Okay, understand so far? Okay. Okay, I think we can rush through it. But the content of the stuff inside here, I think I will skip first as of now. Maybe later on, if IEEE still wants to complete this, then maybe can contact me again. Then we schedule a time for that. Okay, so right. Now we have this, and what we wanted to see is the left and right, and also the text shouldn't be in the center, right? The text should be on the left align. So what we are doing here is that since the body is targeting everything to be on the center, we now, as you can see in our resume content, right? We have an article that wraps everything inside of it. So now we target the article, go to star.css. Okay, we target article. So you just type article and the same stuff, put a curly brackets and text align on the left side. And now you can see everything is on the left side as of now. Okay. Okay. All right. Under here, we are going to split it to the left and the right side as what we wanted it to be. So what we'll do here is that I want you to type on display. Okay. So eventually what display do is that it will change the pattern of how the division, how the container will allocate the stuff, will arrange the stuff. Eventually this display, you can change it to block, meaning that the things inside it will kind of arrange it like a block. Okay, so like this block 1, block 2, block 3, and contents, flags. I won't go through everything, but now what we are going to go with is grid. So what grid do is that when it comes to grid, it's more like a bricks, right? Grid is like a bricks, like stacked together or all of these things. It will be in the sequence. What is grid is like, let me just show you some pictures. Most likely you will use it often in secondary school because you need to draw all these graph and stuff. So this is eventually grid. So now I'm changing the article to display my stuff as a grid. But now there's no changes yet because I haven't clarified that how does this grid will looks like. So what I wanted to do here is called type on grid template columns. Okay. So what does this mean is that template columns is more like, you know, columns and row. Columns is like this, rows is like this, right? So what I'm telling here is that, hey, you change this to grid, and this grid template columns will identify that how many columns do I want and how many percentage that the columns want it to be. So in this example, I'm actually using 40% and 60%. So it's pretty easy here. You just put 40% and 50%. So it's safe. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Okay. And for the content, as all I said, I will kind of neglect it first because we will try the deployment first, then we will only decide. But now what is very crucial here is it's not responsive. You can see when I pull it, it will be longer. But what happens here is that here, it actually has, okay, let me just show you, okay? Responsiveness is very important because you don't know what your recruiter will use your website. Like, will you use a mobile to check it or will you use a laptop to check it? If it's used a laptop to check it, is check it like this, that's not a very good impression, right? So when you see for the website that I already deployed, it won't expand towards the point until the end of each of it, right? It will kind of be in the center after a point that I pull it through, which looks much more great. And also when you download it, no matter what screen you are on, it's definitely that size, right? So how do we do this? Is we go to body, okay? And I want you to put max width, meaning that I set a max width of my page content will be. Let's go with 960 pixel. So all of this pixel and EM, REM, all of this is a calculation of the, I would say, a calculation of the screen, because you know that your screen is actually built by pixels. Pictures are pixels eventually. So this is a calculation that is available to use in calculating everything in your CSS as well. So we'll go with this. And now, once I have this, I think supposingly it should. Let me just refresh and see. Okay, I think I missed something. Okay, so after this, okay, after it has a max width, okay, we are going to try. I think the things that I'm missing is margin. Okay, before that, let me just show you an idea of how HTML works. Because eventually each of your websites is rendered to HTML, no matter what framework you're using. Maybe you're using React, Vue, all of these things. In the end of the day, when you are using your website, it renders into a HTML. And how does HTML works is that you can see in I won't say how it works in the render side, but I will explain how it works in the view end. So as each of the content, it will be inside of here, and it has a padding that will expand your content. And now what I think is, yeah, this is the border that I mentioned. So in your content, you will have padding that expand and the border that wraps it out as a frame. And in the end of the day, you have a margin outside that is the spacing outside of your of your content that you want. So what I'm thinking now is missing is my margin, because I didn't really specify the margin that I want it to be in. So let's just try it through. I hope I'm missing this lah. If I'm not missing this, I might need to look back my code again. Yeah. Okay. Margin is definitely not 0. Let's try margin auto. So what it does is that it will create a auto margin that when I expand, yeah, it actually works. You see, it's not expanding out of it. If you want it to be smaller, you can go with a smaller pixel, just to show you that it's working, right? I go with a smaller one so you can see, yeah, you'll be in the center. Because I already specified that, hey, whenever there is space out of 960 or 500 here, so whenever there are space outside, just fill it with margin, because I already set the auto there. Just fill it with margin. Margin is the spacing outside. And just to show you margin, padding of these things, right? I don't think I still have time now, but okay. Let's say I want this to have like more padding. If I kind of expand the content inside with spaces. So how does it work? I'm just showing, so you don't need to follow, right? Okay. So padding. Let's say I wanted to put like 200 pixel. Then I can see it kind of squeeze everything because it's trying to expand it with spaces, but I don't have enough space. But since I already have the 200 pixel, it will expand it through. Okay, this is how padding works. It will expand the content with space. And how border work is, border, let's say I want to put a solid border, 20 pixel with black color. Yeah, so border is like the frame. Padding is a space that will expand. Border is a frame, and margin is the space outside. Okay, so with the border that I have, I'm going to show you. Let's say I put a margin of 200 pixel as well. Yeah, see here, try to squeeze it because I have space outside that I wanted to have it. Okay, and for padding, I'll just show you that because just now it doesn't have any border, so maybe it's better to show you with the padding. So you see, padding is actually expanding the space inside of it, and margin is actually adding space outside of it. Okay, so this is just a very basic stuff that you would need to know. Yeah. Okay. So with this, we are going to deploy now because I don't have enough time. Okay. So go to your GitHub. Okay. I'm not sure. Did I didn't sign up here. Okay. I use Safari. Okay. So go to your GitHub, and you will see this. I think so. This green button here. Okay. Just click on it. And for this one, you can just name whatever you want. Like for just an example, I name it as resume. Okay. Okay. And now don't change anything. Okay. Don't change anything down here. Just create your repository. So what repository means is that GitHub is a place that you can store your code in versions. So for versioning control Git, I won't go through it. I didn't ask you to install as well. So what we are going to do here is that we will just throw our code here, just upload onto it. So once you have this, right, okay, just ignore all of these things because we won't go through. Just click on import code. Okay. Oh, wait, import code. No. Supposing there's a button for me. Okay, or else, okay, open this browser and also meaning that open your GitHub with the new repo that is open like this, okay, and go to your code files. So I'm not sure where did I put it, but yeah, I think it's this. Okay, yeah, go to your code files, select the files that you just built. Okay, select the files that you just built, just throw it in. Is it working? Supposingly it should be working though. Let me see, it's a button of upload there. GitHub just, they just, Save in desktop, create a new file. Upload an existing file. Yeah, there you go. That's a hyperlink here. Because they keep on changing their UI, you know, all this platform is very they just keep on updating for every day. Everything is updating. So if it's been a while you didn't perform the same thing, it might be different in the UI. So just after you have this, right, just upload a file up. Okay. After I upload, it will actually create a commit changes for you. But if you want to specify like what you uploaded or what you just developed, you can just put there initialize my resume page and stuff. So after this is done, I just click on commit changes. Okay. Yeah, processing of files. Yeah, done. So now what we did here is that we already upload our code to the cloud where we can start to try hosting. Okay, so I hope everyone is on this page already, where you have your GitHub ready, your repo is ready, you already upload your code up. Okay, so now go to settings. Let me just make it bigger. Okay, go to settings and find for pages on the left nav bar here. Just click on it. Okay. Okay. And now what I want you to do on the source deploy from a branch, click on, wait, let me see. Oh yeah, deploy from branch, yes. Source, we don't touch it. So what we are telling the GitHub is that we have the source, but it's on the branch that we set as default. And for the branch, let's select it as main. Okay, I think you will have main or master. Supposedly you have main. Okay, main, and then just save it. Okay. Is everything okay? So once this is done, right, you click back to the code and you go here, you can see there's a color here. This indicates that your page is actually deploying. Yeah. So for orange is running, for red is the deploy is unsuccessful, for green is successful. So now let's just wait the magic to happen. Yeah. Yeah, just ignore all of these things. Okay, post checkout, then yeah, it's almost there. I think supposedly my link will appear soon. Okay. Is everything fine so far for the one that is still following along? If need help, just raise hand because I'm waiting for the page to deploy as well. Yeah, let me just go back to my code. Yeah, that's the green tick. Okay, so green tick means my page already deployed. Is anyone having this already? Just refresh and see. Yes. Already. Okay. Go on settings and then go to pages. On the branch, from none, change to main, and you just need to save it. Yeah, so now we start deploying. Oh, go to settings, scroll down, then there's options that you can change visibility. Okay. So anyone is facing any issue? Yes, no, yes. Because eventually if you have the green tick, you can click on the details. Then I think it's on deploy. Let me see. If you have the green tick, right? Yeah, you have a deployment here. That shows you that this page is already deployed. So you just click here. Okay, and that's another button that will says that you can open it in your another Windows, which indicates your page. Okay, let me just click. Yeah, there you go. You should have this as well. So eventually you already have a link that is deployed that you can share it around. Yeah. Okay. Anyone need help? Yes. Okay. What is this? Oh, you should go into your repo. You already created your repo? Oh, you don't think so? Okay. Yeah, resume. This one, right? So this one, yeah, you already uploaded your code. Then you go to settings, pages. Then change this from none to main and save it. So once you have this, you can go back to your code. And yeah, you see it's starting to deploy. So later you will get the green tick as well because there shouldn't be any code error. So after you get the green tick, you can eventually do the same steps. There'll be a button that is available in deployments. And click. Then you go to the open in another new windows where you will get your links. Yeah. Okay. I think I wouldn't change the code now already so because everything is already deployed. But we might still have time for Q&A if anyone want to ask any questions or yeah, 9 minutes, right? 9 minutes, right? 3:06, 3:15, yeah. Any questions regarding this workshop or you want to ask any questions about me or yeah, anything? Okay. If no question, I will just wait everyone to deploy successfully lah. So yeah. Just raise your hand if you already have the green tick and you already can open your page. Okay, I'll just wait. Go back to your code. Then you should see deployment here. So you click on here. Okay, and open a new window. Yeah, you already have your page, but the CSS, I think you might miss some place. Can you see your code? Oh, you didn't save. Yeah, you didn't save, or else it should look the same. Yeah. You can, okay, what you can do here, since you already deployed, right? So now you go back here. And what I want you to do is, let's just edit the file, which is the easiest way. Yeah, you can see you don't have the margin. So just click here, edit this file. Yeah, just copy the code from here. Yeah, copy. Control A, Control C. Yeah, Control A, Control V. Yeah, commit changes. Okay, update. Then we automatically deploy because you already set up the pages. So what you will see here, it will be orange again. Then later on, it will be green once it deploys successfully. Yeah. Okay. Anyone still need help? We still have time. If you don't have questions, so yeah. Already deploy? Can. Okay, cool. Okay. I think that's so. Yeah. Okay, thank you for your time and hope you learned something. These are the most important things.
All right, guys, time's up. Sorry, we don't have enough time to finish the session. So let's say if you guys are interested, feel free to tell us and we can schedule another session with Mr. Lai. So right now we are going to let's clap for Mr. Lai. Right, so now we're gonna award the certificate of appreciation to Mr. Lai.